guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would kind of use this time to give you guys an update on what's been going on this past month and a half. And then the second half I thought I would talk about something else. So don't mind my messy house in the background. I haven't cleaned today, but here's little Jay. Say hi, Jaina.
Say hi.
She's eating her puffs. She doesn't have much to say, sorry. So, over the last month and a half, I have started college. So I've been pretty strapped in time with that. I'm a full-time student, and I take a couple classes online. It's been both a challenge and rewarding to get back into school. I'm definitely doing it for myself and for my family and Jaina. I want her to have a good example and to know that if you work hard and you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to.
Right, Jay? Right? Is that right?
On top of that, I am still job searching. I think I'm being a little bit too picky, but I just really don't want to go back into retail or food and stuff like that. But I know that I have to kind of settle for the sake of my family. And also, John and I have planned our wedding. Well, we're planning in the process right now. We still have a lot to do, but we have already planned the date, like we set the date. Next week I'm going bridesmaid and my dress shopping. It'll be on my birthday, so I'm wicked excited. I turned 20. On top of that, we are doing save the date photos next weekend. We already have a venue. We already have a DJ and a photographer. So we have a lot going on with that. On top of that, it's kind of hard to juggle Jaina, giving my cat attention. I think she wants more puffs. She's like a ravenous animal.
You got your treats down there? Yeah, is that yummy?
So back to what I was saying. It's also hard to be a full-time student and also look for a job at the same time and be a fiance and plan a wedding. I know I have a lot on my plate, but I don't know, I just feel like I can handle it. I mean, some days it's hard, but I think I got it down. Any of you going through a similar situation, being a full-time student or even part-time, or just being a mom and struggling through the daily activities that you have? If you want to reach out to me, you can through my Instagram. Thank you, Jay. I got a new toy. I'd love to chat with you and give you advice, and maybe we can even become friends and help each other out. So yeah, just reach out to me. So during the second half of this video, I thought that I would kind of share some news with you guys. John and I have decided to start trying for our second baby. Well, it would be our third if you count the miscarriage, but we're hoping that this one ends in a happy, healthy pregnancy. We know that we have a lot going on right now, but John and I just look at it like it's just another family member to join our family, and we've already talked about everything that comes with another baby and my postpartum depression and everything like that. We already have a plan. I'm going to take safe medication during my pregnancy so I don't quit cold turkey, basically. And I thought I would kind of like just share that with you guys. I hope you guys don't like judge me for having a baby so close together in age and being a young mom, but I mean, most of my followers are young moms anyway, so I hope that you guys can kind of relate and there's no judgment. So I thought that I would kind of give you guys some advice on how to try for your second baby or even your first baby, and some tips and tricks that I'm doing. So I use the app Fertility Friend to track my basal body temperature. I have just a regular thermometer, and I take my temperature once a day in the morning when I first wake up. You You're supposed to do it before you stand up, go to the bathroom, or even walk around or get anything to drink or any food in you. And what this does is, if you track it every day, it can help you determine when ovulation is better than ovulation strips. So you should be at like a steady pace with your temps, and then your temperature will spike up half a degree or a full degree, and it should stay up there if you're pregnant, but when you implant it should drop and then go back up. So that helps kind of determine when you ovulate and when you implant. I chose not to use ovulation strips because honestly they're just, I don't have good luck with them, and I mean, for some people they probably work, but they're just so hard to read for me, and I mean, I can never tell when I'm close to ovulation or not, if the line is dark enough and all that kind of stuff. So for Glow, the app, I track my cycles, and that lets me know when I'm supposed to ovulate, but usually it's within a couple days. So you should have sex before you ovulate or you're suspected to ovulate, because your chances of getting pregnant are much higher if you have sex before you're supposed to ovulate. And I would recommend doing it a couple days before and a couple days after, just in case. But what I'm doing this cycle is John and I are just going to have sex every other day from when my period ends, and when ovulation comes, just a couple times extra. Also on my phone I have 3 things in my notes. I track my cervical position and the opening. I do that once a day at 12:30 p.m. I also track my cervical mucus / discharge. I know that's a TMI, but I mean, it's something that I would recommend. It helps you to know when you're going to ovulate. It's not definite like the basal body temperature, that one's more accurate, but it helps you get a feel for when your fertile days are coming up. So I track that 3 times a day. I do it when I wake up at 7, 12, and 7 p.m. And then the other thing that I'm going to be tracking is pregnancy tests. When I take pregnancy tests, I will be doing one in the morning and one at night, one with first morning urine, and one at night, like before I go to bed. Since I don't drink a lot before I go to bed, my urine won't be as diluted, but it's best to take pregnancy tests in the morning because you have more time for your urine to build up HCG. I ordered Clinical Guard pregnancy tests online. I ordered 50 of them because I am a pee on a stick addict, and we had a pregnancy scare last month, and I thought that I was pregnant, and come to find out I wasn't, but my period was just like 5 or 6 days late. I think it was because of stress, but so I peed on a stick a lot because I thought that I was pregnant. So this time around, when John and I talked about finally trying, we decided that we would just order online because they're a lot cheaper and they're a lot easier to read. So they are the Clinical Guard, and you can find them on Amazon. They are rated, I think, 4.3 stars or 4.6. I would definitely check it out. I haven't used them yet personally, but I've read a lot of reviews on it and done a lot of research. What I'm going to do is put 2 of them on a piece of paper every day, write the cycle day and the days past ovulation and the time that I took them, and then just put 2 every day, and then if I'm pregnant I can see the line progression. And I think that's pretty cool to look at because then you actually know that your hormones are going up and not going down. So it's better to see if you have a chemical pregnancy, or if it's just negative, or if you're actually having like a actual baby that implanted correctly. Another thing that I would recommend is when you are checking your cervical mucus, make sure that your hands are clean and you take what is closest to the outside, so you don't have to like dig in there, you know what I mean? So that is all for this video. I just wanted to kind of inform you guys on what's been going on, and I hope you guys are understanding and supportive, and I hope you enjoyed my tricks and tips that I'll be using and some advice that I have. Another thing is to just be open-minded, and it may take a couple cycles for you to track your basal body temperature and for you to get a feel for how long your cycles are. But don't be discouraged if you don't get pregnant right away. It'll happen. I mean, for John and I, we had a pregnancy scare and then we talked about it and we actually decided that it was the right time. So we're going to see what happens. And if you're going through the same thing, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully if you get pregnant, you have a healthy 9 months.